Ay, 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 I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Gonna feel good. Gonna feel good. Gonna feel. Holy moly, guacamole in my pockets. What a blessing. Got it on me, I got options, real stepper. Check the shoes, get it poppin'. Eating good, feeling good. Where my hopping done at? Put it on a plate with some lemonade. That's the way we did it in the old days. Back then, mama said, get up, walk on play. But you better not come home like again. Street life, we was young racing. Street life, carefree was the best time. Fast forward, daydreaming about the next time. When it's gonna happen again, cause
I just wanna have fun.
Come and pick me up,
Yeah.
meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool.
Come on, come on. Don't it feel good? Drop your voicemails, folks. 804-592-6160, baby.
Don't it feel good? How you feel? Turn it up a notch. Pop up clean room. Everyday celebration. Take a trip vacation. You deserve a day. You deserve a day off. Working for too long. Gotta keep
at it.
Turn my cell phone off. Wait till I get back. Ooh, yeah, this that. Living my life with no regrets. So I title. Pull up on me. We did chillin'. At the spot. What time? Anytime. Pull up on me.
Hey.
We the coolin'.
Hey.
Chill spot.
Hey.
Party time. I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up. Meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool. Get ready for the ride.
Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Good morning, everybody, and welcome to All Rise. Grab your cup of coffee in the big times. And let me tell you guys something real quick. There's no way in the world that after the Yankees had the season they had, that I can sit here and play Simply Ravishing. I just can't bring myself to it, folks. Trust me, I was fighting with myself back and forth. Do I do it? Do I not do it? And you know what? They're not deserving of playing that song right now. I'm still a little bit under the weather today, folks, but we got big news today. We got to do our show right now. And then also, guys, tonight at 8 p.m., you do not want to miss it, baby. It is going to be wild. I don't know if I can show you guys like a little preview. Matter of fact, I had the preview over here. Let me actually pull it up on this side. But it is going to be crazy good, guys. There's 6 of us on the panel tonight, and it's a 6 you don't want to miss. It'll be myself, Francis Lee makes his return to NYYU tonight. It will be Mario and Kevin from the Bronx or Nothing making their early, I guess, quote-unquote, official debut as teammates of NYYU. And then, of course, Christian of NYYST and my brother Hector of Yanks Morning Brew. And, of course, will be part of doing All Rise with me next year. But, guys, man, I mean, it is going to be a great time to give you guys a little sneak peek preview right there of what the template's going to look like. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. It's going to be a good one, folks. It is going to be a good one. But anyway, we do got a show to do today. Yes, guys, we already know, like I told you all, too. For some of the new people in it that's like, I don't know if Pete's telling the truth. Guys, we don't stop working. We do not stop working here. You're going to see me a lot. You're going to see probably more of me than you want. IP, look, man, go take a nap. You know, why are we still seeing you every other day? Okay, I'm tired of seeing you. I see you all year, and I'm still seeing you. You know what I mean? But we don't stop at NYYU, man. We keep working. Look, man, this is the main hub for the New York Yankees. I keep saying it, and you guys are going to hear me say this a lot. You guys know I like to repeat myself as it is, right? PD2 times over here. 2022 was the start. 2023 was the foundation. 2024 is all about growth, family. We ready to rock and roll. Steelio.
Thank you for being a friend.
What up, Cookie? What's up, chat? Steels, what's going on, brother? As you guys know, tonight's show again is 8 p.m. I just want everybody to understand that this is the official 2023 Yankees recap video. We got all the fellas on. It's going to be amazing. We're also discussing 2024 and what we think the Yankees must do. And we'll see if they listen to us or not, or if they do any of it. But it is going to be friggin' unreal, folks. I can't wait for it. But first and foremost, guys, I'm sorry to do it one last time. I promise you that this is the last time you will be seeing me do this year because the season is done. But I got to make it official, right? Rest in peace to the 2023 New York Yankees. Cover your eyes, folks. You may not want to see this. It might burn a little bit. It might burn a little bit.
El Diablo.
Well, to sum up the year.
You shit-kicking, stinky horse-smelling motherfucker, you.
I mean, that kind of sums it up, does it not? But there we go, guys. The New York Yankees finish at 82-80 on the season. A negative 25 run differential. Zach G with the quote unquote, it's a winning season. To some of the companies out there and people out there that was pushing that narrative that the Yankees have had a winning season again, let me tell you this right now, man. Nobody gives a poot. Nobody gives a poot. That is why NYYU put out a message going, you know, another winning year. Who cares? Who cares? Nobody cares that it is another winning year for the New York Yankees. Are you happy with 82-80? Missing the playoffs? Does that make you excited as a fan? How happy are you right now that the New York Yankees are 82-80? I didn't start this thing with simply ravishing. I don't feel good. And Zach, yeah, you're right. They should have been 78-84. Somehow they played better than they should have been. Boston Red Sox end up in last place. Toronto third. They get into wild card spot. Tampa Bay also into wild card. 99 wins. And then the Baltimore Orioles with 101 wins on the year. So, fortunately for us, this is the last time. I give you guys my word, okay? This is the last time that we will be even looking at the standings when it comes to the New York Yankees. That, my friends, is done. Let me go ahead and throw the voicemail lineup just so everybody is aware. Again, I just want to repeat this. Once this show is over, use that same number, 804-592-6160. I'm also going to put it into Twitter and everywhere else with social media. The best 8 voicemails will be utilized for our show tonight. When we have that show opened up, we're going to every now and then break into, let's get a voicemail heard. We're going to play the voicemail, get our panel's reaction to it, and of course, shout you guys out for it. So please, again, of course, tell us who you are and then go ahead and do the voicemail. But that is after this show ends. Start throwing those in there. For now, the voicemail line is open for our show right now, which is All Rise. So 804-592-6160, guys. Go ahead and drop that voicemail. So let's get into it. Let's get into today's show. Before we get into the first voicemails of the day, we got a couple loaded up. Let's take a look at a couple of things here. The Yankees officially finished the 2023 season, as you guys already know, 82-80. The last time they were 82-80 in a season was in 1971. How many of us were alive in 1971? Just wondering. Show of hands. I know I was not. I'm pretty sure Anthony Garcia was not. I'm pretty sure I know Mario Gomez was not. Anybody? How many of you were alive in 1971? Scott Wright was. Okay, so you got to live through the last time the Yankees were 82-80. Rich was. Okay, there's a lot of nopes in there. So it's been a while for a lot of us, folks. Some of you have been there. Okay, so you guys remember a lot of the bad. I always talk about that. It's funny the different generations of Yankee fans, right? A lot of us were, born and we started recognizing baseball under a dynasty. But even my father always told me, hey, Pete, it wasn't always good. You know what I mean? It wasn't always good. There wasn't always good times. It wasn't always good times.
Thank you for being a friend.
DJ Steele says, Medina, raise your hand. My brother Medina looks like he's 30. Let me tell you right now, Anthony Medina was born in 1971. You see right there. My brother looks like he's 30 years old. The .506 winning percentage is tied for the 23rd lowest mark in the 121 seasons of Yankee baseball. Guys, do I got to repeat that for you? You want to hear something that sounds bad? Listen to this one more again. The .506 winning percentage is tied for the 23rd lowest mark in the 121 seasons of Yankees baseball. It's kind of hard to believe that you can make things sound worse than it already is. And that one right there just kind of sums up how bad the Yankee season was. And guys, just so you are aware, I need you guys to tune in tonight at 8 because today's show, I'm not going to go into much of the detail that we're going into tonight when we're really discussing the entire scope of the New York Yankees. And we'll take we'll take that wherever you guys in the chat want to take it. You guys know NYYU is your thing. It is simply for you, real talk for the real fan. So we're going to put out there whatever you guys want us to chat about, want us to talk about. It's going to be a great time, but that is where it is. And on today's show, the main thing I want to focus on is the comments made by the current Yankee captain, Aaron Judge. I'm intrigued by a lot of what Aaron Judge said. I'm also confused by some of what Aaron Judge said. But he is on to something, especially when it comes to the numbers. We're going to get to that. But first and foremost, guys, let us go ahead and get to a couple of our voicemails that we have locked and loaded in the system right now. And here we go.
Hey, Pete Macho King in the house. And I want to give a how you doing to the underground. Yeah. The Yankees got the taste slapped out of them by the lowly Royals and showed about as much life as Carlos Rodon's fastball, yeah. Speaking of which, they need to sit this guy down and talk to him because they're not paying him to wise off the fans and turn his back on coaches because he had a rough year, yeah. Maybe he's injured, but this goes back to Baboon and Trash Can not communicating with the players. But Judge thinks Bubbles is a great communicator, yeah. Well, he must have 40-40 vision because he's seeing something the rest of us don't. But Judge will talk to Harold and straighten things out like the quick pick analytics of Fish Face and his cocoon of goons that should all be on the unemployment line tomorrow AM SAP. Never mind that Michael K, or as I like to call him, Mike the Cranium, is celebrating another winning season for the franchise, yeah. But according to my calculations, he's off by about 14 years, yeah. Because any season that ends without a World Series championship is a failure. Dig it.
Dig it.
But him, Trash Can, Latrine, and Baboon will sit there like a bunch of jack-faced fools, yeah, and say, we won. You ain't won jack shit, brother. Oh, yeah. But NYYU to set the record straight, yeah. And I'm pointing my finger at all the haters out there. In 2024, we're gonna elbow drop. Yeah, elbow drop all them suckers and busters. Yeah, savage style. Because the cream of the crop will always rise to the top, yeah. An undisputed victory will be achieved. Oh, yeah! Watch out!
Always a pleasure to get a voicemail by the one, the only Macho King. Guys, the voicemail line is open today, 804-592-6160. Like I said, guys, it is your show. Let your voice be heard. Let's have a conversation. The big topic of my conversation today is going to be, again, Aaron Judge's comments that he has made. We're going to get right into it after some of these voicemails, but I want you guys, again, to get your voice heard today and, of course, tonight on our show at 8 p.m. But let's go ahead and get into the next voicemail.
What's up, Pete? It's Tyler here.
Yo.
Oh, now that the season's over, we can finally talk about a lot of names that will hopefully come to the Yankees. One guy that came up today, I know we'll be talking about a lot of different positions all throughout the offseason, but one name that I saw come up is Gio Urshela, former Yankee. I really loved him when he was here on the Yankees, but I don't know what your opinion is about him. I know he's went through some really tough injuries this year with the Angels, so I obviously don't want another injury-prone guy on our roster, but I don't think it hurts to have enough depth on our team despite all the injuries that always happen to our team each year. I know a lot of people are hoping that kind of Peraza gets the shot at third base to at least start the year, but Urshela is a name in mind that I kind of like for this team. I know there's a lot of other guys out there that people might like, whether it's, over in Japan. I know Yamamoto and all that. Hopefully we can get our hands on him maybe. But before we make any of these decisions, the obvious choice is for Cashman and Boone. Obviously Cashman's going to be back, and, I have a bad feeling Boone's going to be back. I think we all think that. I just really hope he's gone, because I already know we're gonna go through a whole another season of this. It doesn't really matter how our roster is constructed. If we go out and get some of the top guys and they're playing for us next year, and we feel like we have the roster to compete for a World Series, and Boone does not know how to get it done, it's simple as the fact that if he starts managing us next year and he's not doing well, he needs to be gone as soon as we get worse, as we already are. So I think before this whole free agency process starts, I think he needs to go. But in my opinion, I don't think he is going anywhere, because Cashman has Boone on a little puppy leash. So, but yeah, that's just my opinions for now. But what are your opinions on possibly Gio Urshela coming back to the Yankees? But yeah, thanks, Pete. Have a great one.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, as always, Tyler, for the voicemail. Me personally on Gio, I would pass. Not that he's not good and he hasn't made it for the Yankees. Gio is very, very injury prone, and he always has been. He's always been a very injury prone guy. Thank you for the membership gifted right there, my guy Chris Hogan. It goes to my guy Scotto. Thank you, brother. But I tell you what, for me, I'd pass just because of that, because the Yankees do indeed need to get younger. They do indeed need to work on some other things. And, I do feel like, and I've talked about this a lot, right, is that the Yankees have to at some point, just give the youth a chance, and they got to let them just go and see what happens. If none of these guys pan out, none of them work out, then hey, just bad luck. But you got to be able to give the youth a chance, because you do need a situation where if you did go out there, let's just say, for an example, you got Yamamoto, you go out there and you get Soto potentially. You got to lock these guys up to long-term deals. You're going to need those cost-effective players on the club. And that is your Perazzas, your Austin Wells, your Anthony Volpes. It's got to be those guys for a little while until you can, lock them up long-term. But I don't know. When it comes to Boone, Boone's coming back. Boone's coming back. Boone's not going nowhere. Brian Cashman's not going nowhere. We know that. The whole I'm going to ask hard questions stuff, it's going to be limited to the analytic team. And they're going to say, guys, that has been the problem. The communication from, the analytics department to the players, it hasn't been good. It hasn't been okay. We've had also injuries that affected us this year. It's going to be more of the same when you hear that press conference. They will be a little more accountable because there's no way they didn't make the playoffs. So there's no way you could sit there and go, but. They're going to say it was a horrible year. It was a terrible season. It was a bad year. But when they make the moves they make and they move guys out of the organization, it's going to be the blame on so-and-so. They'll turn Fishman into the main blame of the characters, which at the end of the day, I think he's a big part of it. But let's be honest here. Brian Cashman, Aaron Boone, they are all as much as the problem as Lois Simmons has gifted a membership. Let's go, baby. Goes to Johnny PP. Johnny PP gets the membership. Thank you so much, Lois. We appreciate you guys. Like I said, we are revamping our memberships this offseason, guys, getting with the whole team, making sure that it is very, very valuable for you guys, not just the top tier getting in a Discord, but I want to make sure that we give something to everybody, and it's definitely a value for you guys. But Boone is going to be back. We know that. We know his lackadaisical approach is going to be back. We know that already. I don't know if he's capable of change. I don't know when you could sit there and go, maybe we get him a veteran guy on the bench, and that'll make him better. Maybe it's just him. Ever thought of that? Maybe it's just him. Maybe him alone isn't what is going to get it done. Gates of Above says the medical staff has to be looked at, and this is coming from a Mets fan who has seen bad medical staffs. No question about it. Look, as much as people probably don't even want to hear the name Carlos Rodon. If you read that interview that he had, I think it was on NewJersey.com. I want to say it was NJ.com. I think it was. But he kind of called out the medical staff. He goes, there's times where I had the hamstring injury and they just threw me on the IL, and I didn't have to. I could have kept pitching and stayed in my groove, and they shut me down, and then I'm back again. And he said they've done that with other players. Guys, look at Anthony Rizzo. How long did Anthony Rizzo play concussed? It's a detriment to the guy's health. And he kept getting out there. How in God's name is that even possible? The guy played 2 months concussed. I think he had like 12 hits and 100 and something at bats. And the New York Yankees just sat there and said, I don't know. I guess he's okay. And according to things that I was told, guys in the clubhouse were pissed about it. Stanton, a few others were very mad. They said there was visibly something wrong with Rizzo, and they kept running him out there. No tests that we're aware of. How did that happen? Your guess is as good as mine. I don't even know how the hell that shit's possible, to be honest. With an organization that is worth all this money, you got $300 million rotations. We don't even know if Anthony Rizzo is going to be the same again. His career could be done from the guy that he once was. The fact of the matter is, the Yankees are a mess. That's the best way to put it, folks. The New York Yankees are a mess. I'm going to get into one more voicemail here. Then I'm going to jump into Aaron Judge's comments, and I want to break those down for you guys a little bit. Let's get into the next voicemail, guys. The voicemail line is still open. Remember, after the show, continue to call that same number. I'm going to put it on Twitter, put it all over the place, because we are going to pick 8 of our best voicemails for our show tonight at 8 p.m. live. The 2023 season recap, Knights of the Round Table. 6 of us are going to be on there. Me, the return of Francis Lee, Mario and Kev from the Bronx, and Nothing New NYYU family. And of course, my brother Christian from NYYST and Hector of the Yanks Morning Brew. Tonight, 8 p.m. Mark it on your calendar. You do not want to miss it. I want everybody in that chat. It's going to be amazing. But let's go ahead and get into the next voicemail.
Hey, good morning, Pete, and the entire NYY Underground family. This is Alex from LA. It's a late night here. The 2023 season is over with. Thank goodness for that. I've been reading articles since the game ended, and one of the things that caught my attention was Aaron Judge saying he wants his manager. He's choosing Aaron Boone as his manager, and he doesn't want Cashman or Steinbrenner to get rid of Aaron Boone. And it doesn't make sense to me because the Yankees let Joe Torre go, who took the franchise to 6 championships, and they won four rings. They went to 6 World Series and won 4 rings. And George Steinbrenner said, hey, you know what? It ran its course. It's time for you to move on. I'm in charge here. But it seems to be a different situation now with Hal and Cashman and Aaron Boone. It doesn't make sense. The guy he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve to hold on to his job, but, I've resigned myself to that. But, going forward, I don't want these players picking their managers because it's not about, being liked by the players. It's being effective. It's making good decisions in the playoffs. It's about holding players accountable. And I don't see that. This is like a watered down baseball that, I don't like when players are picking manager based off, I just like this guy. He lets me get away with whatever I do, and he doesn't hold me accountable, so I like him. It's not about winning anymore, and I hate that as a Yankee fan. Anyways, I just want to express my thoughts to you. You do a great job. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. I'm happy you bring it up because we're actually going to get right into that. That's kind of what we're slowly walking into right now to discuss those comments. We got a super chat from my brother, Rod Thompson.
Thank you for being a friend.
He says, unfortunately, and this is a great point, the Yankees have to stack this team with so much talent that they win in spite of Boone. Also, I'm not down on Rodon. I expect him to bounce back. He's too good not to be. I agree with you on all of what you just said. And isn't that a sad aspect of where this team has come, guys? Is that we're basically saying we got to get to a level of talent of like 09 to try to win with this guy. So Hal Steinbrenner got to go out there and do even more when it comes to the cha-ching. And Brian Cashman got to be a better GM than he's ever been and get creative and make some crazy-ass moves. But let's go ahead and get into the comments by Aaron Judge. And it's funny, folks, because it's going to sound a little bit like me. Unfortunately, he didn't go all the way like he should have, but I get it. He's not going to throw his manager under the bus. I kind of think of course, he's not going to do that, but let's switch on over here. Sounds a lot like Pete, and you guys would know what I'm saying. Aaron Judge says the Yankees need a higher level of urgency. Whoa! He says from the players, though, okay? The Yankees need a higher level of urgency from the players. This is his quote. Just because you get to the big leagues and you get to New York, you've still got to improve, Judge said. You've still got to make adjustments. That's what I think these extra 4 weeks will help these guys figure out and get them on the right path. Okay. I find that so odd. And let me tell you why I find that so odd. Players should be self-motivated. You're an athlete, right? In all sense of the words, you're an athlete. You should want to go out there and give your best every single day. Guys, the mindset, Aaron, and I love Aaron Judge, it comes from your manager. You should not have to sit there and go, there's young kids coming up and I don't know, they feel like they just get here and, everybody got their feet up. People will tell me all the time, how do you know, Pete? How do you know they're not held accountable? How do you know there's no urgency? I have a couple of pairs of eyes, and I got a fucking brain. And that's all I need when I watch this team, to sit there and go, it is as clear as day. I opened that door this morning outside. It's sunny out, and I can see clearly. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Folks, it is as clear as day that the Yankees are not held accountable. It is as clear as day. There's no urgency when Aaron Boone is sitting there answering questions. We struck out 18 times, but the other at-bats were cute. While you're in fourth place. Mind you, that wasn't April. What was that, August? September? I don't know. It was one of the months where we were basically done. Guys, there's a couple of words I used all year. Urgency, complacency, accountability. If you go ahead and you pull up any manual, let me pull up Become a Leader for Dummies. Okay, flip to the pages. I see accountability there. I see urgency there. Ooh, I see, complacency. Complacency is one of the worst things you could be as a leader. Because complacency just means that you'll do this. Fire burning around you, bombs. All is well. We're okay. Not a big deal, folks. Everything is fine. We're okay. All is well in our universe, folks. Everything is fine. So I understand that Aaron Judge and a lot of the Yankee players like Aaron Boone. Spoke about this many, many times. Aaron Boone is probably a fun guy to be around. He's goofy. He's silly. He likes to do impressions. Like I said, he's the guy you give 2 beers at the bar and you start saying, hey, do that impression of Daffy Duck. Go ahead. He's that type of guy. He's fun. I could understand why the players enjoy being around Aaron Boone. I understand it. But guys, that doesn't always get you to a victory, especially with a team like the current Yankees, where they obviously have problems. And they need people in that clubhouse to speak up and speak up loudly, that they believe them and understand them. You guys already know this, right? It's a lot harder to have a conversation about business with a friend when it comes to being quote unquote negative. There's things like positive reinforcement, but it's still harder to do it with a friend and go, hey man, look, it doesn't work like this. Yeah, but Pete, we're doesn't matter that we went out and had a few beers yesterday. You're not doing your fucking job. Go sit down. It's that simple. It's that simple. So at the end of the day, when you hear quotes like this from Aaron Judge, I got to simply go, bro, that manager you're talking up so much, why don't you tell him to look in the friggin' mirror? He should come in spring training and throw a fucking desk across the Steinbrenner field. Sit down with everybody and go, if I'm back, shit is different. And I've said this every single season. When it comes to Aaron Boone, every year, I say the same damn thing when it comes to Aaron Boone, folks. He has to lay the law down early and tell these guys it is not going to be the same thing. Now they're talking about getting a veteran bench coach who's kind of been a manager before. That's the topic of conversation right now. We'll see what that leads to. But again, let me show you guys urgency. You want to see urgency? Here's urgency.
when you were driving to the ballpark today, did you think at all this could be the last game I manage at this ballpark?
No.
Not at all.
No, not until you mentioned that now. No. I was thinking what a
They're
crappy
laughing.
day I'm driving into right now.
They're laughing.
No.
They're laughing. They're laughing. You just had one of the worst seasons in Yankee history to remember. Have you thought about, this could be your last game? No. Until you said it. I'm Aaron Boone. Where am I going? Come on. I could take a shit on the Yankees logo outside the stadium. They're not going to get rid of me. I'm Booney Bubbles. Who are you? Who's Pete Simonetti? What does he know? Kidding me? I blow bubbles the size of mountains, baby. Doesn't give a poot. No concern. Doesn't give a poot, folks. Not at all. Aaron Judge says that he has been speaking with Hal Steinbrenner this season, and they plan to discuss the Yankees' offseason plans soon. I'm assuming next week Aaron Judge may be a part of those conversations. I'm excited to build off what we got here, and I don't know what the hell that is, but okay. And if we can add a couple more pieces down the road this winter, then we'll be in a good spot. Okay, I'll take that one from Judge, depending on how much the Yankees actually do. I think Yamamoto's 1A. I think Juan Soto's right there. Bellinger's up there. Maybe a Jaime Candelario could also be up there. I think he's a good fit for the Yankees potentially. But let us continue on with the voicemails. I don't want to leave you guys out. And then I want to get into the last one where Aaron Judge discusses numbers. And I definitely want to talk about that because I think that was very significant.
Good morning, Pete. Good morning, chat. It's Caretaker 47. Hope everybody has an outstanding weekend. Well, I'm glad that...
Brother, that noise is way too loud in the back. I could barely even hear you speaking, fam. If you don't mind, send another one in, and we'll get it from there.
How you doing, Pete? Hey,
how you doing, Eric? How you doing?
Well, calling to say, hey, it was a good season for the Yankees and for the Mariners. Unfortunately, we both didn't get to advance, but it was still a fun season for both teams. All right, bud. Have a good day now.
Appreciate you, Eric. Thank you, my friend. And no, your Mariners and our Yankees, of course. Do not continue to go. Do not continue on this year. They're gonna go home early. We got a long off season ahead of us, guys, and hopefully for us, it's gonna be a very busy one. Let's continue on.
Hey, Pete, how you doing? Hope everything's all right. As for the season, it's a wrap. We're looking forward to 2024, but now, I think a lot of Yankee fans are looking forward to seeing what this team's going to do in terms of player personnel brought in. In terms of the analytics and this audit, I think they're going to get rid of Fishman. They're going to get rid of Cressy in terms of the training staff. But hopefully we'll see what the kind of player personnel they bring in. I think Yamamoto's to get. Hopefully they go out and they get him. I think it's going to come out to how much money he's ultimately willing to spend. But Yamamoto's a clear target, but they need offensive upgrades. That's where they really, really need to address this team. But on the left-handed side specifically, Cody Bellinger, Juan Soto is the dream. He's available. You cannot let him get away. You have to go get him. He's the absolute perfect fit. And just hopefully we hear that more and more. But we'll see what they do. Just want to hear your thoughts on that, Pete. Take care. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I agree with you on the Fishman stuff. I think, look, and I'm not saying that Fishman's a scapegoat in that regard. Fishman got to go. Fishman and the whole analytic department on the Yankees is an absolute train wreck. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to go ahead and finish up with the Aaron Judge stuff, and I'm going to leave the rest of the show to you guys in voicemails. We'll wrap those up, and we'll continue on with our day. And then, of course, 8 p.m. tonight is going to be crazy. So let me get to the last one here by Aaron Judge, guys. And then, like I said, we'll get to your voicemails. Thought this Aaron Judge quote was interesting. So anyway, let me just sum it up real quick. I wouldn't say we are overloaded. I think it's just looking at the right numbers. I think maybe we might be looking at the wrong ones. We need to value some other ones that people might see as having no value. Guys, if you do not know right there that Aaron Judge is simply saying batting average is king. I don't know what to tell you. Aaron Judge is telling all the analytical nerds out there, everybody who has turned their back on batting average in baseball, a lot of these guys who's never picked up a bat are sitting there telling young kids, hey, launch angle, Anthony Volpe, launch angle. Don't worry, kid, you'll hit 208, but you'll hit 20-plus homers. That's what we value. When Anthony Volpe has the talent to be a phenomenal overall ball player, a guy like a Judge, obviously not as powerful, but can do everything well. He has that talent. Aaron Judge is sitting there looking at this team and going, guys, when I'm batting, I can see everybody's average. You mean to tell me me and friggin' Gleyber Torres are the only two guys on the team hitting above 240, 245? We're the only guys hitting above 245, 250? I don't got to bring up the great rosters of Yankees past. You guys know it. It was built around average and on-base percentage. Let me show you guys something. Thanks to my brother Ruben, NYY News Ruben. Let me show you guys something that Ruben sent to me today. All right? There's a couple of things here. Look at this one right here that Ruben sent to me, guys. The Braves' first 5 batters. I'm not saying that the Yankees are simply going to get guys like this, but just hear the averages real quick. 337, Ronald Acuna. Ozzie Albies, 280. Austin Riley, 279. Olsen, 283. Osuna, 274. Forget everything else. 41 homers, 33 homers, 37 homers, 54 homers, 40 home runs. I cannot wait to call Atlanta Braves games in the postseason. I cannot wait. I can't wait. Guys, that is the way, mind you, that the New York Yankees used to win. There was another stat I heard here recently. Listen to this one. You ready for this? 1/4 of Yankees home runs this year came from the left side. 1/4. And Brian Cashman is coming back. Brian Cashman is coming back. Listen to this again. 1/4 of the Yankees' 2023 home run total came from the left side. In a stadium that is made for lefty power. Yeah, we've passed up on Bryce Harper. Hell shit, we'll probably lose out on Juan Soto. I'll just keep the dream alive. We'll probably lose out on him too. Padres are sitting out there going, we're probably going to deal him. We're going to deal Soto. We'll probably miss out on Bellinger. Who knows with this organization? Austin Wells over his last 10 games, 333 average, 351 on base, 778 slugging, 4 home runs. Everything you hear about Austin Wells is, the guy's such a fit for the Bronx with that lefty swing. No shit, Sherlock Holmes. It's not a hard thing to fix. The Yankees, for some reason, over the last couple of years, have decided that I'm going to grab the wheel and we're going to fix it. We're going to fix the wheel. We're going to make it a square and see how smooth the ride is. That's the New York Yankees, folks. To give you guys an update on calling playoff games here at NYYU, I got an appointment early in the morning, pretty far away. Got to take Omega to the vet tomorrow morning. But I would like to call Texas and Tampa Bay. I can't promise that one because I might be back later than 3. But if I'm not back, if I'm back before that, I'm going to call the 3:08 game, Texas at Tampa. And then I'm also going to call Miami at Philly tomorrow. So if I don't call Texas at Tampa, I'm definitely calling Miami at Philly. So just to give everybody an update on the games that I will be calling right here at NYYU, we got you covered for the entire postseason. Game season live is going to go on until the end of the year. But let's go ahead and wrap this up with voicemails, and we'll finish out our show.
Hey, Pete, Fast Eddie. Well, now we know where fat bastards go to die. Evidently, it's Kauffman Stadium. we lost 2 out of 3 to a team that lost 106 games this year. Pathetic is just not a good enough word to what we are. And I'm not going to rehash all the stuff because we're going to rehash it for the next 6 months. We need 3 hitters, preferably 2 from the left side, professional hitters, not kids. And we got to try to get an ace, a stud for our pitching. I mean, so we know we need at least 4 people. So we have to start somewhere. I wish Boone would get fired. If I was a praying man, I'd pray for it. But it looks like he's going to come back. And I hate to see anybody learn baseball under that man's tutelage. So I don't know. All right. I don't want to waste your time. I just, fat bastards all over the world are sad today. But, all right. I'll be watching you tonight about 8 o'clock. All right. You take care, buddy. Bye.
Oh, man. Let me tell you, Fast Daddy. Let me tell you, I was telling Jared the other day, man. After I got back from New York, I feel like the ultimate fat bastard, all right? So I got to get back there. I got to get back in the damn gym. I'm getting on the Peloton today, 45-minute, hour-minute class. I'm sweating up a storm like I came out the ocean. Let me tell you right now. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Got to get right back on it, baby. You know how it is. All right, guys. Let me see what else we have on here. Let's play. Here we go.
Hey, Pete. Gary from New York.
Yo.
My question is Hal really going to do what he says he's going to do? I mean, seriously, you're going to get a firm to come in and do an audit? You can see it with your 2 eyes.
Yep, exactly.
This team is lackluster. You need talent on this team. But at this point, I really don't trust him. Why would you keep Cashman around? He's been here over 20 years. He's been here way too long. And what are you going to do with Mumnaya and Sabian? Well, how much pull are they going to have? They have 3 GMs? I just don't see it happening. They really got to clean house. That's the only way things are going to turn things around, because I just don't see it. I don't think Hal is serious. I think he's more of a businessman. I really don't think he gives two shits about the fans. But if things don't change, you're going to get the same old, same old. So I need you diehard Yankee fans out there. It's going to be a long road, because if they don't make changes, this team is going nowhere. Peace out.
Yeah, Gary, look, man, I'll sum it up. The Yankees got to get better. They got to significantly make changes this year. No Yankee fan should buy into the idea that Dominguez is coming back. That's why we passed on Soto and Bellinger. Or any of the nonsense that the Yankees have fed us in years past. You got to truly add to this ball club in a significant way. There should be a couple of moves made even on the trademark that make us go, damn, they actually got rid of him. I'm shocked. How did they figure that one out? They got to be able to do that. Guys, do me a favor. Hit that like button. We're 25 likes away from 100. Got almost 200 plus people in here. Thank you guys so much for the support today. And as you guys already know, All Rise will continue throughout the entire offseason. It will not be every single day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but we will have an All Rise at least bare minimum once a week, no matter what. But keeping with what I said before, man, they got to make significant changes. If they don't, let me tell you something, man. This is the last year. This is Boone's contract. I believe I'm almost at the point right now is if the Yankees don't win the World Series in 2024, you can't bring Boone back. That's it. The only chance Boone has, if he comes back, which I think he will, is winning a World Series. I don't see that happening. I do not see, unless I got to see what the roster looks like, unless they get Soto, Yamamoto, a couple of good trades, and the young guys are right there ready to rock and roll, then I could go, let me hold out hope. Let's wait and see. But as of right now, I would say the Yankees have to win the World Series in 2024. Why else would you bring Boone back? For what? Another elimination? He's proven he can get eliminated. He's proven, hey, I could be out pretty quickly. No problem. Hey, I could gas out this bullpen pretty early. Not a problem. How about the games in April that we lost? Because April, May, June, how many games do you guys hear me screaming going, why the hell is he going to Nick Ramirez? Why is he going to Weber? How many games earlier in the year did Aaron Boone blow? That could have been 5 or 6 or 7 more wins for the Yankees. Let's be real here. Many of them. How about the game surrenders of Albert Abreu? Let's keep them going, guys.
I apologize, Pete. This is Station 47. I heard also how bad the line was, and I was glad that you ended up cutting it off. I didn't want to have everyone's ears explode. But I was just saying, I'm glad that the season is over. Now we can focus on the new roster that hopefully that they will make, see the changes that hopefully will come. I know that we all know that Boone would definitely be there, especially coming from the captain himself saying that he wants them to be back.
Yep.
You know, I don't know. I was in mixed feelings about what Aaron Judge was saying, but hopefully everything turns out good. And another great thing is that next year, hopefully we have new members and we get to meet them in April. Well, God bless everybody, and hopefully everything turns out better next year. Take care.
Thank you, Scars. I appreciate that, brother. And no doubt about it, I am right there with you, my guy. I am right there with you. Let's see. What is this one?
Hey, what up, Pete? Yeah, it's Steele.
Oh,
How you
Steelio.
doing, man? Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to the chat. Fuck the Yankees, man. Fuck the 2023 Yankees. They just pissed me off the entire year, man. Like,
Agreed.
what the fuck? But, you know what I was thinking, man? I'm actually, I don't know if anybody feels this way, but I'm actually happy that that the Yankees didn't trade in the trade deadline, you know, because let's say if they gave up a lot for Juan Soto, that's if they wanted to trade, or Juan Soto or Bellinger or whatever, you know? Even with them, even with those bats, I don't think the Yankees would have made it that far. They probably only would have had like another 5 wins.
If that.
And that's still not enough to, you know, make it into the playoffs, as you can see now. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but other than that, man, 2024 is gonna be fucking huge. Yamamoto's coming, man. Bellinger or Soto, or maybe both. They're coming to the fucking Bronx, bro. This team is gonna be fucking dope. Unless, you know, Cashman decides to fuck around. If he fucks around, man, he's gonna find out. He's definitely gonna find out. Him and Boone. Anyways, man, I'll let you go. Peace.
Fam, I'm right there with you, man. And look, you're right about that. I even think if the Yankees made significant trades, they weren't going to go far. The problem with the deadline is, you know, it sets a tone for your club for the rest of the way, and that just kills them. You know what I mean? That would absolutely just kill them. But let's get to this one here from my guy, Angel Serrano.
Hey, Pete. Yo. It's Angel Serrano, bro. How you doing? Good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, listen, man, a big shout out to you, to Jaira, to Francis Lee, to Hirsch, to Anthony Medina, Anthony Garcia, Eric, the whole 9 yards for NYYU. Listen, man, kind of sad that we lost that last game, but we got a lot of good stuff coming, you know, for next year, you know, with these new kids coming up and stuff. You're right, man. I would definitely get rid of Giancarlo some way, somehow, and nobody would happen to take him. That's going to be a long haul for any team to take him because he's already inept. He's washed up. There's no way he's going to continue because imagine. I'll just eat the contract and let him go because he's doing much damage being with the Yankees than anything else by not being able to produce, and that's a no-no. Another thing is that, you know, bringing back Montas, which I believe that they might try to do, and I hope not, that's an error because we got to get rid of these injury-prone players. Another thing is, you know, definitely they have to do their best to try to get and sign Soto and Yamamoto and then work and build around that, you know, and not waiting and wasting time like Cashman usually does. That he waits until the last minute, everybody else gets the players, and then we get stuck with crap. We don't get nothing. You know, so I'm hoping and praying they get very aggressive, that they go after the players that they need immediately. If they need Bellinger, get Bellinger. If they need Soto and Yamamoto, get them. Get everybody you need, and don't be scared to trade, because that's what we got players for, to trade and get the team much better, much stronger, and come back and kick ass, because that's what we got to do, because we look like ballerinas out there, and that cannot happen, bro. We got to go back to the glory days. You know how it is. So apart from that, it looks like I'm going to be able to meet you in person and the rest of the group on April 20th for next year. Let us know, Pete, how many tickets extra you have, since everybody was transitioned from that day that you guys went out there.
Yep.
Everything is going to be transitioned to April 20th. So I want to make sure you guys have enough tickets. That way I could purchase immediately. Okay, so this is the longest message I have left. So let me start letting you guys go. God bless, and keep on rocking, bro. You're awesome, bro, okay? And I'll talk to you soon, bro. Bye-bye.
Angel Serrano, I appreciate you, brother. And like I said, guys, 420 of next year, all your tickets who bought them, they're going to be transitioned over. You will be seeing those once group sales are available to be back in your MLB Ballpark app. Don't be concerned if you don't see your ticket right now. It is fine, guys. It is being taken care of. But my Yankee guy, one of the managers of group sales, the guy I work with, he promised me, he's like, Pete, you guys already did, 115? We'll probably do about 95 plus more. So here's the amazing thing, guys. And again, things happen for a reason. I believe that we had some teammates that bought tickets that weren't able to make it, and they're going to be able to make it now. A lot of people who wanted to go but couldn't, it was the wrong time, that are going to be able to show up now in April 20th. I know MMAC, a few others in here have told me that they're definitely going to be on 420. Angel Serrano, of course. Brett Anderson told me he's going to be here. A few other people, but this gives you guys 7 months to get to the next event on 420. And like I said, guys, we're going to have 200 plus people in the Audi Club. It is going to be absolutely unreal. I can't wait for it. I know it's months away, but time flies, folks. We'll be there sooner than you even could imagine. But let's continue on, guys. We got 2 more voicemails to wrap up this show. And again, too, just so everybody's aware, once I got information, you guys will have information. My understanding is we could probably have that link by the end of the year, maybe by the end of November, to start getting your tickets for April. So very, very soon. Let's keep it going. We got 2 more voicemails, and then we're going to wrap up today's show and get you guys ready for 8 p.m. tonight. Don't miss it.
Yeah, Pete, Gary from New York again. I just wanted to make one other point. I forgot to mention my first phone call. Listen, I mean, it means something to be a Yankee fan. I've been a Yankee fan for over 50 years. And it really means something to the fan base. We eat this stuff up. We breathe this stuff every day, this baseball here in New York. And it doesn't seem like this organization has any urgency. They don't care about the fans. But in the end, it really means a lot to the fans. Because all I've known is winning. And then I've gone through a lot of years where they've lost. They had hard times. Steinbrenner brought them back. But this shit's got to end. You're the fucking New York Yankees. You're not the Kansas City Royals. Okay? Well, you're not going to make the playoffs every year. You just show up and play ball, and that's it. This is a totally different organization. They need to pull their heads out of their asses and start winning again, because that's what the fans want. Bye.
Nah, man, you're spot on. I mean, look, you speak for every Yankee fan right there. That's what we want. You know what I mean? We want to win. We want the good stuff, but we'll figure it out. We'll find out what happens, what the Yankees do. The beautiful thing about this is that it's gonna unfold right before our eyes. And I do think if we get some early stuff happening, if you see, the Yankees got to be more active than any team in baseball. That's simple. And we're going to tell what their mindset truly is by the amount of activity we have in November, in December. We got to be able to see that. We got to be able to see that activity happen. When that happens, we'll be good to go. We'll be good to go.
Pete, good morning. It's Sunil. Monday morning, and the day after the Yankee season ends, of course. I have some thoughts I'd like to share on how perhaps maybe the fitness training and everything should have a little bit of a change going into the 23-24 off season. Perhaps for people like Stanton and those who are basically muscularly stiff, as if you can even put it that way, you probably got to get them into a more reflexive and stimulating exercise routine. And I'm speaking from a little bit of personal observation here because I'm fighting some personal demons myself. You know, some of us at any given point in time have been fighting problems with obesity and all that. I just started getting into, you know, playing more pickleball and other racket sports and all that, things that basically you have to get a little reactive and all that. I would tend to think this could help people like Stanton and all that, you know, if you get into more reflexive and reactive stuff, because then his quads and his entire joints will start to get a little bit more loosened up and he won't have all these injury stints as much. Let me know your thoughts on this one for a possible off-season routine. Peace out, buddy.
Thank you, Sunil. Yeah, man, I think that's something that, you know, a lot of us has said before. Maybe, you know, there was I think it might have been last off season where apparently he was doing more things like yoga and becoming more flexible and things like that. But then you see his other off season training. He's hitting with sledgehammers. He's doing this. He's doing that. Stan is a young man. He's 33 years old. You know what I mean? He's a young man. Eric Kratz said something to me when he was on one of the shows. He said high butts, you know, typically get more injuries. And what he basically means by that is the guys that are fitness freaks and that are gym rats, that they're tight all over, they're going to pull muscles easier. It's just going to happen. That's the way it goes. You know what I mean? That is the way that it goes. And at the end of the day, Stanton is going to be here. I don't see Stanton going anywhere. I don't see that happening. No way in the world. Look, I am allowing myself, and I don't know about you guys, but I am allowing myself this season to be shocked. I have no expectations whatsoever. Zero expectations. This is genius. And I recommend it for everybody. Throw your expectations out the window. Convince yourself that the Yankees are starting next year the way they finished this season. Let yourself be shocked. I have sat here in front of you guys and I've told you, Boone will be back, Cashman will be back. I want Soto and these guys. I don't expect it. I was told that the Yankees wanted Soto via free agency. That was earlier in this year. That's from one of my best sources. So I don't know if that's going to translate to them trading for him and then trying to re-sign him now. But I was told that Yankee leadership wants Juan Soto badly. But again, who the hell wouldn't want Juan Soto? We'll see what their actions actually tell us. But I am going to allow myself to be absolutely stunned. And that's simple. I have no expectation. Anything the Yankees do, I want to go, whoa. I want to come on live and go, they did it. I can't friggin' believe it. They did it. That's what I want my reaction to be. But I'm also not going to sit there and go, damn it. They had all those opportunities. Why did they do? Nope. I'm not going to allow myself to do that this year. I get too aggravated during the season. I don't need it in the offseason. But again, I will simply just say this. Because I don't want to, kind of go against what I just said. But if Juan Soto is indeed available, and it's only via trade, and it's only 1 year, so it's not going to cost, 5 of your top prospects. It's gonna be a less of a deal. Somebody's going to step up big and close the deal. Along with probably re-signing them in the same type of deal, because I'm not giving guys up not to be able to re-sign them. I need to re-sign them now. If the Yankees miss out again on an elite talent, they did it with Machado, they did it with Bryce Harper, you cannot do it with Juan Soto. And no, it would not cost Jason Dominguez. Not at all. It would not cost Jason Dominguez. Not at all. But if he's available and he goes to another club and Brian Cashman missed again, the guy's developing one of the worst resumes of all time. I don't care what anybody says. With such a high payroll expectations, it's one of the worst resumes of all time. You can fight me on that one. It's that simple. Corey Seager. The list goes on of misses that were so obvious. But guys, I am going to go ahead and wrap up today's show. You guys are forever friggin' goated. You hear what I just said? This chat, this community, NYYU is forever goated. Tonight, 8 p.m., guys, that is the voicemail line. Any voicemail left after this show is going to go on the show at 8 p.m. We're going to choose the best 8 voicemails, 804-592-6160. Tonight's show, 8 p.m., is indeed live. Super chats are going to be read immediately, as you guys always know. Voicemails, 8 of them are going to be played. Again, me, the return of Francis Lee, Mario and Kevin from the Bronx of Nothing, Christian from NYYST, and Hector of Yanks Morning Brew will be on the show tonight. Do not miss it, guys. It is going to be amazing. Probably the show of the year. Looking at 2023 and also a 2024 preview. With that being said, you guys are the best, and I will see you next time. Hit that like button before you leave. Peace out, baby. Talk to you guys soon.
Can't make a promise, but I do my best. 25 sitting on 25 racks. Just got started, no, we ain't done yet. Bought a new crib, that's a goddamn flex. Sign that check. Told them last year that I've been up next. Can't take calls, but I send that text. From way downtown, but the shit's still wet.